Alright, so we're going to check out some more Splitgate because, you know, it seems to be quite popular now. I have said this already previously, but I had played this many years ago. Well, I mean, probably only like 2, but, you know, back then it wasn't very popular, so we'll see what it's all about now, I guess. I don't really notice anything different. Oh, I know you guys see that lag. I don't have VSync on, so I'm a little bit confused. I don't know why that's back tonight. Go to that, screw it. Yeah, I don't, I would say that, like, now the biggest thing is they added challenges, right? So now you can, like, you know, unlock different camos for different challenges, so that's actually really good. The one thing that I will say is totally new and really caught me off guard is that once I started up the game, I actually had to wait in the lobby for a little bit because it said that they didn't have enough players or server capacity to allow me into the game. You know what I'm saying? So you have to wait a little bit because I guess the game's so popular now that the servers can't handle all of them, which is just really surprising. Because back when I was playing, like it took probably like, well, I know that they had bots, right? And you know, back when I was playing, they filled it with bots. So when I was playing, you couldn't even really get full lobbies with actual players. It just filled it with whatever players that it had. And then, you know, the rest were just bots. But yeah, so far, you know, I would say that's the biggest main thing that they did is add the weapon challenge camos. I know that's not something that they used to have, and I'm actually kind of excited or happy about that. For some reason though, every time I started this game up, I had to redo the tutorial, which really is weird to me because I've done the tutorial 4 different times now. I mean, I guess like I understand why they do it because portals and all, and there is a decent amount to understand with this game, but the other thing that I would recommend is they add a skip feature, right? Because you can't skip the tutorial, which I find a little bit strange. You know what I mean? For somebody that's just starting off or something, it's like, okay, but it's like I've literally done it 4 times and I can't skip it. You know what I mean? I would say my favorite playlist is probably the snipers. One other thing that they added before that I didn't play, that they didn't have when I played before was, you know, there's overhead damage numbers, which I've always been a big fan of that when games do that kind of stuff. You know, I've always loved when games do that. I just think it's pretty sweet, you know? And it's kind of like, what is it, Borderlands, right? Borderlands has overhead damage numbers, I believe. Usually that's just like a RPG element kind of thing, right? Like most FPS games don't have overhead damage. I think Apex does it too, but that's kind of different, you know? That's not really like a Halo-based FPS game. Oh, and as always, if you guys didn't yet, use my friend code in the description so I can get some credits. That would be awesome. Would really appreciate that. I'll just leave it in the description, so. I could be wrong. I'm not even going to say it because I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not even going to bother saying that. We're popping off now, man. I wonder though, okay, yeah, it's a full lobby. We're not really seeing anybody though, which is kind of weird. Because this map's kind of small. Nope. Oh. Oh, portaled. See, that's what if I had anything that I could say was my weakest point. Bruh. I would definitely say it's the portals. You know, that's the biggest, I think, learning curve to the whole thing. I like the one taps, you know, I don't really like the BR as much. You know, there's just something about just the singles that just make it so much more nice. It also doesn't look like we're gonna get this one, but that's totally fine. Yeah, SWAT's not really my favorite anyway. I like the regular, and I like the snipers. I don't really, and by regular I mean like I prefer by regular I mean that I prefer like regular like BR DMRs. I don't really like where you have to pick up those kind of weapons. You know what I mean? But we'll come back when we get a different type of playlist.